This is Dolany TV, guys. A big welcome back to episode 14 of the Toronto Blue Jays franchise mode here in MLB The Show 18. I'm Tyson. This is, like I said, Dolany TV, and what you want to do right now, before we get too far into this trade, you want to subscribe. We're trying to hit 25 likes on this video, so make sure to do that as well. And without further ado, we got this trade to get right to, and the big question is, why are we doing this? Well, there's a couple of reasons. Matt Bush and Enos Esparza, two additions in the offseason that we got. I thought they were going to be hot. You guys wanted Matt Bush in the long relief role. He has absolutely struggled. 40 innings pitched, 6.42 ERA. We're in first place in the AL East, but 6.42 just does not do the job for me. And come on, if it was real life, Matt Bush wouldn't be allowed in Canada, as pointed out by the showing a couple of times as a joke, I hope. Enos Esparza, well, this guy, I did have a comment about batting average and me not paying too much attention to that. It's because when I get homers and RBIs, that's really what I focus on. The batting average, not so much a deal if we're winning. But 2 homers, 19 RBIs, 17 stolen bases, and a 210 average, 284 on base percentage. So he is drawing some walks, but at the same time only slugging 348 with these kind of stats. That's garbage. That's absolute garbage. He was a B potential. He's down to a 71 from a 75. He's it has just been a disaster. Well, please quit. Please quit. It's been a disaster for Enos Esparza in Toronto. So we're getting rid of him. And we are bringing in Tyson Ross, the top pitcher on the San Diego Padres. He's playing as a 79. He should get up a little bit more. He's 31 years old. It can't get much worse than pulling Mr. Joe Biagini out of the rotation. So without further ado, we accept the trade and get it done. Now what that does is leave us with a deficit on our bench, but we will get that dealt with. As to the MLB, we will bring up Matthew Yeager. He's a D potential. We drafted him last year, but he looks to be very valuable as a speed guy, right? So he's got some speed. He's got contact versus lefties. He's got good vision, good discipline. Like, he should be a little bit usable off the bench for us, I would hope. So he's going to get his MLB debut sometime soon. And you see, we're going to take out Joe Biagini out of the pitching rotation. He's down to a 77. He's regularly a 77. He should be in the bullpen. He thinks he's going to be depth, and he is just all over the map, failing expectations. You see his ERA is 7.13. 158 whip, 45 strikeouts. It has just not been Joe Biagini's year. He did dominate last year. He was an all-star last year, 5-5, 3 saves, 150 innings pitched, and a 281 ERA. Just beautiful. Todd Kelly, he's warming up. That's why he gets to stay in the rotation. Damian Hollis doing Damian Hollis things, 350 ERA, 61 innings pitched, but he is getting the saves, or the wins. So that's where we leave Damian Hollis. The top two, you know what they're doing. They're doing fine. And the lineups, well, they look like this still, and I think we're going to keep them looking like this still. Dwight Smith Jr. batting 280, and you know what? I'm going to move up. I'm going to move Dwight Smith Jr. to the top of the lineup. See what happens there. He's only got 50 at-bats, 280 average. It's worth the gamble. What we do have to recognize is we have some rookies coming up into the lineup this year, hopefully maybe next year after this draft, and we will go sort through the draft potential. These are the guys we want to keep in mind. This Eric Walsh, catcher, 80 potential. He's 60 overall apparently right now. And then you've got guys like Benito Francisco, Ryan McLean, and really Miguel Bautista would be someone else we're looking at. So that's what we look at when it comes to the draft. Right a few days away. We've got the series with Boston to wrap up, and the Bisons don't have a roster capable of doing something. Somehow, Will Harris wins that game for us. He's 5-1 this year, 239 ERA. Like I said, the guy's lighting it up, and now it's a critical situation. Bottom of the 10th inning, Devin Travis in to tie it off, and we will win 6-5. Decent game. I want to see the box score on that one. I feel like it went quite a few innings, and it ended up going to 19 innings. Okay, that one was crazy, that's for sure. So you see home run for Hernandez and Smoke. Hernandez, Smoke, 3 RBIs, Grichuk 2. Stolen base for Hernandez, and we used, how many pitchers? We used quite a few amount of pitchers. Oh my God, did we ever use pitchers? Bumgarner, Barnes, Loop, like just a lot of guys. Clippard, Osuna pitched 2 innings, and then Joe Biagini comes in and lowers his ERA and gets the job done. But that's not what we're concerned with. We want this first year player draft to pop up right away, simulate to the end, and we will choke that one, a 5-4 loss. And there we go. We finished 2 losses, but we go to the first year player draft. We draft 13th overall. And Eric Walsh off the account, so we can't get him. But I feel like we can pick somebody who we had some potential guys going with. We don't want to draft him. We want to scout. And David Fernandez, where are the guys we ended up scouting? I want to see them. Not seeing anyone too potential accuracy here. And anyone 80 or above, we've got 21-year-old Sidney Amaros. That doesn't look too promising, that's for sure. Any 80 overall potential guys, and I'm not seeing anything for us here. Bunch of guys we didn't scout, and where do we go to scout the guys we found? Let's see here. Nothing? Okay, so it looks like everyone we scouted is off the board so far. That's unfortunate for sure. But I will take a gamble on the guys that we have the best potential finding. I want to get this draft really done well. Steven Malaska. You know what? This guy looks sharp. It's looking to be good. We're balanced at closing pitching, but we are thin at left field. We'll take Malaska and hopefully get something out of him in the future. Competitive or compensatory rounds, pardon me, as I lose my track of mind for a second. Didn't have a pick in the second round. We have a pick in the third round. And we'll go back to the best potential guys we have. Jason Bowman, we don't want to pick him up. Any potential guys we could possibly pick up here. Martin Rivas, a second baseman. Not really feeling it, but it could be a good potential pickup as Sammy Romak is the next potential. So we'll go with Martin Rivas. I'm hoping for this to be my best draft ever, and I'm really doubting it, but I think it could be a good hit. We'll find out as we'll pick this player, and we'll go by green right here. There's a reason these guys haven't come off the board, that's for sure. They're 60 overall, and any 80 overall guys, Sammy Romak, and then you've got Alfonso Cruz, who's a 23 plus. There's a couple guys like Eric Ford right here, or Reggie Pena. 40-60, 40-60, not really looking too good. The accuracy is decent on him. Overall, he's 55, potential's that. You know what? I'm going to take a gamble and go with Reggie Pena. See if he pans out for us. I really don't have a good drafting strategy. I thought I had it figured out. I looked at who we wanted to draft earlier, and nobody was available after 13 picks, so that's unfortunate, that's for sure. We've got quite a few guys who might be potential. Sammy Romak, potential closer, but everyone not really highlighting up. Seth Anderskew, nobody really good. Let's see here. We have anybody 80 potential, 20 potential. Lyle Baez, you know what? I don't know. I really don't like that. I like this a little bit better, and Sammy Romak not off the board yet either. So I'm gonna go with Lyle Baez unless somebody down here is better. Actually, the Sammy Romak still looking the best. Alfonso Cruz. We will go with Lyle Baez and see if that solves our problem. We should have a 6th and 7th round pick, and then we will be out of the rounds, and we should be good there. Let's see, what do we have for potential guys? Lots of good guys that we've scouted accuracy wise, but potential wise, there's Lewis, Allen, Reggie Davino, and then a couple other guys. So I'm going after 80 potentials here in the late rounds, and we will find out if Reggie Davino will be the pick we need. The first year player draft has wrapped up. We'll simulate the first game against Tampa. We are now on a 3 game losing streak, and that will knock us out of first place in the AL East. We still hold on to the first wildcard position by 3 games, so that's huge, but we signed the draft picks, and right like that, boom! Oh yes sir, did we ever hit on this draft? Look at that. Lyle Baez, 65 overall. His control is terrible, his velocity is okay. That gives us some options. 86 overall, Reggie Davino, 49 years old, or 49 overall, but his durability is huge. His speed is deadly. He is going to be one of the best second basemen we have behind Devin Travis, I think, ever. Reggie Pena, what's he all about? He is all about decent contact power, good fielding, and decent speed. So Reggie Pena, welcome to the team. Martin Rivas, well, 72, 53, terrible power, but good contact as a second baseman. So we'll sign him on. And then you've got Steven Malaska, 51 overall at 21 years old. It's looking okay, good speed out there in left field, good contact as well for a young prospect. We'll sign him up, and we got one switch hitter, one left-handed batter, and two right-handed batters. All right, so we made some decent pickups. And how has Tyson Ross done in his debut? Well, he's down to a 3.07 ERA, so that's huge. Madison Bumgarner up to a 2.05. Aaron Sanchez still below, and Todd Kelly now starting to get blown up a little bit more. He's given up no walks. His ERA is incredible, and his win percentage is good. Quality starts has just been his problem. Hits as well. Hey, Todd Kelly's doing his job. Joe Biagini lowering his ERA bit by bit. Okay, good for him. Will Harris still doing good. So's Aaron Loop. Danny Barnes struggling a bit. Tyler Clippard starting to get it together. So Sungwon Oh, who's 1.01 ERA in 26 innings pitched. Guy's unreal. And how about Roberto Osuna? 20 saves on the season, 31 innings pitched, 7 walks, a .55 whip. What does that do for Mr. What's his name? What's his name? Can you say his name? Roberto Osuna, the leading vote getter for closers in the MLB right now. The kid is all right. 24 years old, and he's going to walk away with another all-star appearance. Bing, bang, boom. I love it, boys. The lineup's quickly. Dwight Smith Jr. only gets 10 more at-bats, but he seems to do okay. 2 homers, 9 RBIs. And you got Omar Narvaez getting it back up to 293. That's looking sharp. And then Charlie Blackmon going cold. So is Justin Smoke. Ryan Healy getting the batting average up to 263. Devin Travis getting his up. Yangervis Solarte getting his up. And Teoscar Hernandez struggling, but putting up the homers, so I don't really care. Yangervis, get back up there in that leadoff spot. Guys, thank you so much for tuning in to episode 14 here on Dolany TV of the Toronto Blue Jays franchise mode. I'm Tyson. I will catch you in the next one.